So I've been going down a rabbit hole of doomer YouTube for a couple weeks now, and it's really starting to concern me what I'm seeing with a lot of Gen Z and millennial guys on YouTube. The videos I'm seeing posted and the comments, the comments that people are leaving. And I think most of these are real people. I know there's some bots. I see a lot of bots. I'm pretty good at recognizing when there's bots on YouTube, but these seem to be real people. And this isn't really my problem to solve, but it's a problem that everyone needs to be concerned with, because when you have apparently millions of young men in any civilization that are quote unquote black pilled, the incel community, these guys who are just really hopeless and struggling to do anything productive or meaningful with their life. This is a problem for everyone. I'm a millennial. I'm 32 years old, and I want to try to speak to Gen Z, and I know a lot of you who are struggling with this stuff, you're never going to find this video, and even if you do, you're probably going to find me insufferable, because you're so far removed from where my mindset is. But some of you who are on the fence, who are trying to claw your way out of this doomer mindset, maybe this will help a little bit. But what I would like to say to Gen Z, and I'm definitely not, I don't consider myself someone, I don't want to be idolized. I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to, I'm a man trying to find meaning in life, but my family is doing pretty good. We're doing a lot better. I was really struggling 6 years ago with a lot of stuff. Where a lot of these doomers are today, I was there 6-7 years ago, and I've learned a lot. And today we're doing great. I've got a beautiful wife, beautiful children, and I go to work every day and work an honest job that I enjoy, and we can save and invest a little bit every month. I've been watching a lot of Millennial Steam and DBDR and a bunch of other random doomer type small channels. And the common trend I'm seeing is that you guys are creating a pit of despair for yourself and putting yourself into it. You're not actually viewing the world for what it is and finding opportunity. You have decided, it's like you're stuck in NPC programming. You have decided, or this programming has been forced into you somehow, that this is the way the world is. And I've been going on to a bunch of Millennial Steam's videos and just dropping anecdotes about my experience overcoming that. And people hate me for it. I mean, nobody wants to hear what I have to say. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to say, hey, there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's hope. Here's an example from my story of how I overcame this specific thing that you guys are talking about. And nobody wants to hear it. And they all just want to circle jerk each other to this doomer porn. And they are creating a version of reality. They're not living in reality. They are creating a version of reality in which they are miserable. You can create whatever reality you want. Your mind is so powerful. Okay? But you have to be able to focus on what you want. And you may not know what you want long term, but you guys have got to, if you're going to pull yourself out of this rut that you are in, you have to be able to focus on what you want in the short term. And I this feels so weird to say this, because to me this is just common sense. But you guys have to realize that your mind, the power of your mindset manifests the reality you want to live in. So it starts with you got to get rid of the negative talk. You've got to stop saying that the world is a horrible place. Like, start telling yourself that the world is a good place, and then find the beauty, okay? One thing I keep seeing online is that Gen Z doesn't want to work. There's a lot of people who are saying that all the work is just terrible, it's worthless. There's a lot of recent college graduates who can't find whatever they think their dream job is, and I've been there. I've spent most of my 20s stumbling around. But you guys have to understand that life has never been easy, okay, for anyone. Life has never been easy. All of my uncles, my grandpas, my great-grandpas, these men worked 60, 70 plus hour weeks for decades until they couldn't work anymore. And you may say you don't want to do that, but that's life. That's the world we live in. Everybody has to work. You have to work, okay? And if you work and you apply yourself very diligently and you focus on being really good at the job you are now, you won't, even if you don't like it, you're not going to stay in it very long, okay? Just work. Just show up and do the work. I spent most of my 20s stumbling around from job to job that I really did not enjoy. I really didn't enjoy many of them. And the one job that I really enjoyed, and I thought I was really good at, they fired me. Like, they promoted me into a management position, and I thought I was a rock star, and they demoted me back out of it. They didn't fire me, they demoted me back out of it after 4 months. And that crushed me, brutally crushed me. But, you know, I graduated high school right in the depths of the Great Recession in the late 2000s. And I didn't go to college right away. I went into the Marines first, and then I spent most of my 20s going to community college and stumbling around from job to job. I did sales, I did, server work, bartending. I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I didn't start figuring out what I wanted to do until just a few years ago. But what I did do is every job that I had, the shittiest, crappiest jobs, I focused on being as good as I could at those jobs. And I always had opportunities opening up for me. Even in the worst period of my life, I spent 4 years really, really depressed and suicidal. And I, worked a really crappy inside sales job for basically a con artist for a year of that. I bartended for a year for Olive Garden. My mid-20s, terrible. It was, I was embarrassed every day to show up in that stupid black button down and bartend at Olive Garden, but I had to do it. And you guys have got to, you got to focus on being good at what you're at now and focusing and developing goals. You don't have to know what you want to do a year or two from now, but you got to at least take the situation you're currently in and focus your energy into becoming really good at that, and opportunities will open to you. So